Hey guys, Kane here, and in this video we're going to talk a little about what can make your heroes overpowered compared to what a lot of other players are saying. So whenever we inspect someone else's heroes, we clearly do not see what kind of a relic that they are carrying. And currently a relic holds so much power that a unit or a hero not having that particular relic will remove probably even more than 50% of the damage, if not even 80%. And yes, that is kind of that insane. So I know quite a lot of players said that Sasan in particular was not able to get past particular front lines and all that kind of stuff. And I said no, she basically just first turn is able to kill it, or if not on second turn, she's just wiping the floor with him 100%. And a lot of people said no, and they said she only does like 20% at maximum. And then I've showed them my own replays and what kind of damage it does, and people were shocked. And pretty much that's literally all down to the relics and their buffs. So as you can see, I'm playing elves and shadow blades. Majority of my heroes are that, and you can pretty much know that a lot of my damage is physical and a lot of my damage is basic attacks. And Sasan is very easy to max out in the early game, and she can carry you through a variety of features. So as you can see, the relic right here, it's already Mythic Plus, and the relic provides all stat bonuses and critical percent. Now this is also very important, but majority of the power lies in the skill. And the skill says the relic carrier's crit attacks gain defense shatter, ignore 80% of the target's defense, and for every 1% HP lost, increased crit damage. Now as you can see, legendary it's only 50% and it rises up to 90%. So to show you a good example, we have to go on to the rankings and check out the tank. So for example, this tank has 274,000 physical resistance, right? So if we go on to my best DPS, right, I have 322,000 attack, but I also forgot to take a note of its HP. So he has 4.4 million HP. So essentially it would be very, very hard to beat someone like that. But the defense shatter removes the damage from the crit, or rather the damage reduction during the crit, and it makes it so easy to kill a tank that it's insane. Like there is almost no tank in this game just because of this one particular relic. Now a lot of other heroes have to have a particular relic as well. And for the Orlando, the probably the best assassin or one of the better assassins in the game, you have to have the Esser's tier core, at least in my own opinion, because it boosts his magic damage and also the damage dealt to targets over 50%, and the first magic spell always deals additional 40% true damage. So even if they place a tank, highly likely he's going to one-shot people left and right, and even sometimes in an AoE. For Scatha, I'm just using something that I have. I think this is probably one of the better ones for Scatha, or the Dragon Soul Staff, but the thing is, I require Sasan to clear the front line, and Scatha is mainly the backline DPS, so it really depends. I will be testing her maybe sometime in the future. So to give it some examples, I can show you my arena fights. So for an example, we're going to check one of the fights where my Sasan almost killed that tank outright, proccing one of the relic effects. As you can see, he's no longer moving, and this was sort of like him trying to counter me, and that ended up failing. Now, he does manage to succeed sometimes, and currently, even with the difference of 600,000 power, I'm still able to kind of beat him, but he is also able to beat me with his human formation. Now, the only other thing I have kind of overlooked when I was looking into the relics is the power of all the other relics as well, namely like the Acadia Cube. Now essentially this relic is probably one of the more useless ones in the game up until the point when you reach it to the mythic stage. And it says 32% chance to reflect damage back to the attacker, and the second one is damage that exceeds 10% of max HP is reduced by 50%. So this is extremely powerful on a tank, this is extremely powerful on even a buffer who you're using as a tank. And like this will probably kind of reduce the damage even of my Sasan doing damage by quite a lot, if this works as intended as such. So keep in mind, like, quite a few of these relics can be underwhelming, but they do have like a pretty huge bonus. And this one, it really depends. The higher you level it, I think it is good on a DPS, gain mana for each enemy defeated. So if this is for you having to defeat it, then it's average, but if this works for your team actually defeating it, then this relic can be overpowered for particular healers and buffers because they will non-stop be healing at every turn. So as I said, you have to take note what you want each DPS or which hero to do what, and you have to adjust your relics accordingly. They carry so much power that if you even use a few of these relics on the wrong heroes, your formation will be insanely weak. And by weak, I mean weak to the point you won't even beat people smaller power than you unless you have a specific cheesy build. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to cover the topic of the relics. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe out there.